Natalie is back tonight from Tobin, Ramon, and Barber. It's back to school week. So many kids are kind of like front and center in the world right now. Spotlight on the kids as they go back to school. So I wanted to talk a little bit about kids and wills and trust and how that all comes together.
So when people have kids or when they get married and then have kids shortly thereafter, oftentimes, that's when they come to me for estate planning. The number one reason to get a will, I would say, is so that you can say who your preference would be for guardians if, heaven forbid, you were to pass away and you've got kids under the age of 18.
So that is like in a will is the only place you can put that?
That's correct.
Okay.
So should you choose a trust for the foundation of your estate planning, that's okay. We can still take care of the kids. Then you'd have a pour-over will. And then that will would say, here's my name, here's who I'm related to, here are potential guardians for my kids. Now I pour all of my assets, not my kids, but my assets, my things, over into my trust.
Okay.
So that my family can avoid probate.
Okay. So what happens if something happens to you and you don't have a will and you have kids?
Yeah. So it's up to the family and whatever judge is assigned to your case to fight it out in court.
Oh, which doesn't sound very fun.
No. So let's do the planning ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that we can have things worked out so that the kids are all right.
Do you think that all people tell the person who might be receiving their kids that they might be receiving their kids someday?
I think they do. And the reason I know this is because people say, oh, I was going to come to you like a year ago, but I couldn't figure out who my guardian should be.
Yeah, okay.
And so then I know they've had those conversations and they've asked people, but you don't necessarily have to. It's kind of like appointing who would be trustee of your trust. It's a nomination until you pass, and then that's when like the office is offered to you.
Okay.
And then that's when it's time to be like, oh, surprise, I've been nominated.
Yeah, okay.
But it is a good idea to have those conversations ahead of time. I always say, people ask me like, what should I do ahead of time and what should I just save for you, the attorney or whoever, to deal with in the paperwork afterward, after I pass and I don't have to deal with it. And I say for nominations for jobs, like your executor, your trustee, potential guardian, power of attorney agent, all that good stuff, it's never a bad idea to tell people ahead of time, hey, I put you in my documents, or can I put you in my documents? But don't tell people what's in your estate planning document as far as like where stuff's gonna go when you die, because all documents, unless you draft an irrevocable trust, stay tuned, more on that later, right? Everything is changeable until the day you die. So you don't want people to know about your first draft, your second draft. It can get confusing when it comes time for the administration, because they might say, well, grandma said.
Yeah, and that's true too. Like with guardianship, you can change it, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Okay. And a lot of times people get sort of, not creative, but we can really tailor it to your needs. Let's say you've got 3 of your favorite people in the whole world. We may say John, Joe, and Susie in succession to one another, right? Depending upon who's able to serve. Or you may say, my priority, I've got these favorite people in the world, but my priority is that my kids go to a 2-parent household. So it's John and Jane Smith, provided they're still married to each other and both still alive.
Gotcha.
If either of those is not true, we go to the next line in succession.
Okay. So there's a lot that's happening in here, and you can, I mean, it's very customizable, it sounds.
That's right, yeah.
And if you don't have kids, but you have pets, is that something you can put in your will too?
Absolutely. So we don't name guardians for pets because they're not people, but they're like people to some of us. They're our fur babies. So the law changed back in 2005. So gosh, it's been like 20 years now. In my mind, it's recent, but that's not that recent. We can do pet trusts.
Okay.
So you can say, here's my trustee, all of my domestic animals that I own at my death, namely, you know, Spike the Bulldog, who's my pet now, go to, let's say you, right? And then also you get a $20,000 cash boot to take care of this pet.
That's a great law.
Right?
It's good to hear that that's in there. I'm not sure everyone would know that, right?
So we can do that as a thing. So you can name guardians for your kids, you could say where stuff goes when you die, and then you could do a pet trust for your pet. And
Natalie can help you with all of that. You just have to reach out to her anytime with Tobin, Ramon, and Barber. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tamanique has the stars of Countdown next. We'll be right back.